Palmer's got it back! Oh my goodness! Palmer driving it, it's in! For 4-3! Palmer's perfect penalty!
How great was Cole Palmer's first year at Chelsea? Well, he finished second in goals behind Erling Haaland and second in assists behind Ollie Watkins. As impressive as that looks for his first full season in the Premier League, upon a closer look, Palmer's first season was more impressive than it seemed. Stick with us as we look back at the season and see how it stacks up against past Chelsea greats. Let's get into it. After signing on deadline day for £40 million, it took a while for him to get off the mark, but he finally opened his Chelsea account on October 7th. Against Burnley, with an opportunity to take the lead, Palmer stepped up to coolly slot home his first Chelsea goal. That wasn't it for Palmer. He would go on to play the ball to Nicholas Jackson, who, after a bit of skill, would score, giving him his first Chelsea assist. In his first taste of the Arsenal vs. Chelsea rivalry, Palmer was on hand to open the scoring from the penalty spot, living up to the Cold Palmer moniker. The match would go on to end in a 2-2 draw. In another opportunity to showcase his talent against a bitter rival, Palmer did not shy away. On November 6th against Tottenham, he once again stepped up to the penalty spot with the opportunity to level, and did. After Tottenham would go on to receive 2 red cards, Chelsea would run riot to win 4-1, with Palmer getting an assist on Jackson's hat-trick goal. The next match day, Chelsea were matched up against Palmer's former team, Manchester City. He would once again step up to the penalty spot to level one of the most exciting games of the season, that ended 4-4. With all his goals so far being scored from the penalty spot, Palmer was being called a penalty merchant, but not for long. On December 6th, after going down 1-0 to a Scott McTominay goal, Chelsea answered back through Cole Palmer, who scored a brilliant reverse finish while being surrounded. Chelsea would go on to lose 2-1, but this marked his 4th straight game against the Big Six with a goal. On December 16th against Sheffield United, he would go on to get his second open play goal when Raheem Sterling would fire in a low cross that Palmer would score from. He would then turn provider as he set up Nicholas Jackson for a tap-in, being directly involved in both Chelsea goals as they won 2-0. Against Luton Town on December 30th, Palmer would run the show, being involved in all 3 Chelsea goals. Capitalizing on an errant pass from the Sheffield defender, he intercepted the ball on the top of the box, took one touch before rifling the ball into the right side netting. He would then go on to play in Noni Madueke, who, after a series of feints, would hammer the ball into top corner of the goal. Then, to seal his contributions for the day, he latched onto a through ball rolled the keeper, and evaded the last defenders to score what ended up being the game-winning goal. On January 13th against Fulham, it would be Palmer once again to step up to the spot and score the only goal of the game, as Chelsea would win 1-0. After scoring a brilliant right-footed finish against Wolves the week prior, he would go on to turn provider against Crystal Palace. On February 12th, Palmer assisted both Conor Gallagher and Enzo Fernandez as Chelsea would come back to win 3-1. If you're enjoying what you're watching, drop a cold emoji in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get back into it. In an unprecedented 6-game stretch from March 2nd to April 15th, Cole Palmer upped his game to a whole new level. In that span, he had 10 goals and 3 assists. It started off at Brentford, where off short corner he delivered a delightful cross for Axel Disasi to nod home, as Chelsea leveled the match 2-2. Then in Chelsea's 3-2 victory over Newcastle, Palmer helped set up Nicholas Jackson's opener as his right-footed shot was redirected home. After Newcastle equalized, Palmer would receive a pass from Enzo Fernandez on the half turn to then power home a strike into the bottom right corner. Next up was Burnley, whom Palmer would score a penalty against to open the scoring before receiving a clever flick from Sterling, and then guiding the ball across the keeper for an easy finish. On April 4th, in what turned out to be a memorable win against Manchester United, he would score his first ever hat-trick. Chelsea stormed out to a 2-0 lead courtesy of goals from Gallagher and Palmer. But United would storm back to take the lead, setting the stage for Cole Palmer's heroics. After leveling the match in extra time via his second penalty, he would collect a corner inside the box to then see his deflected strike beat the Onana in the dying moments of the match. Against Brentford, he would only record an assist, but the following match week, he had his best performance of the season. On April 15th against Everton, Palmer would score a perfect hat-trick in his 4-goal explosion for Chelsea. His first goal was a thing of beauty, as he nutmegged Jared Braithwaite before playing a quick 1-2 to then side-foot a classy finish beyond Jordan Pickford. His second came via his head as he followed up a rebound before capitalizing on a Pickford mistake and lobbing the keeper with his right foot to complete his first-half perfect hat-trick. And then, as a cherry on top, he stepped up to the spot and slotted home another penalty to seal a phenomenal performance. In the Premier League, Cole Palmer finished with 22 goals and 11 assists. As if this incredible season wasn't enough, he would go on to the World Cup to make an impact in 2 of England's biggest matches, despite a criminal lack of playing time. In the semi-finals against the Netherlands, he would come off the bench to help England steal the match in the dying moments with his assist for Ollie Watkins' winner. Then, as an encore in the final, he would come off the bench to restore England hope as he equalized, only for England to concede later and lose. He had many fans wondering, what if Palmer played more? But that will never be known. So, if you're still wondering how great Cole Palmer's first season at Chelsea was, stick with us as we see how it compares with other Chelsea greats. The only other players in Chelsea history to have 20-plus goals and 10-plus assists in single Premier League season are Frank Lampard and Didier Drogba. Both were teammates that accomplished that in 2009-2010 season, in which Chelsea won the Premier League, a far cry from the 6th-place finish of Palmer's Chelsea. His 8-game winning goals in his first season were only behind Eden Hazard and Didier Drogba, who both had 9 in single season. He tied with Frank Lampard and is above Spanish striker Diego Costa, who had 7. You want to guess what the difference between all those players and Palmer was? They were playing in title-winning Chelsea sides, which speaks to the quality they had around them. Let's see how Cole Palmer's debut season stacks up with other Chelsea greats. In Eden Hazard's debut season, he had 9 goals and 11 assists in 34 games. Didier Drogba's first season at Chelsea ended with 10 goals and 4 assists in 26 games. Diego Costa's first season in England had him scoring 20 goals with 3 assists in 26 games. In Frank Lampard's debut season, he had 5 goals and 2 assists in 37 games. As for Cole Palmer, his first full season in the Premier League had him scoring 22 goals with 11 assists in 33 games. And had to do this in the most dysfunctional Chelsea team of the lot. So, what do you think of Cole Palmer's first season at Chelsea? How do you think his second season will be? Let us know down below. With that, we come to an end. Until next time.